Guys, I was gonna give you a different assignment. So starting from probably tomorrow, Wednesday, you're gonna start doing what is called Carnegie. It's a different program that we've been using. You guys should be getting books later on that we can do a lot of the assignments. But for today and for this week in particular, we're gonna be using any sheet of paper that you have. I'll provide some paper for you guys, and just make sure you do the work on the paper. Make sure you turn it in on I'm gonna give you until Friday to turn everything in, okay? So you're gonna have to turn everything on Friday. If you don't turn anything, it's gonna be looking against you for participation and other stuff. So now that I went over that and that's already out of the picture, I was gonna give you gardening and I was gonna make you guys do it already, but the thing is that there's some review that we need to cover. This program expects you guys to know a lot of the stuff that you did last year, but I don't know if a lot of you remember a lot of things. So first of all, I'm gonna go over a couple things. A number one thing I'm gonna go in this video, and you can skip this stuff. You don't have to watch all of it if you think you understand how to do most of it. Then go for it and try and do the further stuff. But first thing that we're gonna cover is gonna be solve for y. So first thing that we're gonna cover is solve for y. This is a review. Okay, this is stuff that you should already know how to do. Solve for y. Then second step is going to be system of equations. And the method that we're going to be solving system of equations, we're going to do it by hand. It's going to be called substitution. So substitution. Yes, substitution. After that, the final step is going to be factoring. We're going to try and cover all of this in this one video, which is going to be a little bit hard. This is stuff that you need to know in order to do the program that we're going to be working on. So, I hope I don't take more than 10 minutes, so I'm going to try and do this really fast. So, how to solve for y? Okay, so solve for y, it's the first thing that we're going to cover. Because if you don't even know how to solve for y, then that's going to be very difficult to do the rest of the assignment. So I'm going to give you an equation right here. I'm going to use different equations, and I'm going to give you this one just so you can see. 4x plus 2y is equal to 10. Okay, I'm telling you we are solving for y. What that means is that we need to leave the y alone. We cannot have anything next to the y. And as you can see, I can have that one and the number 2. I have 4x and the 2 next to the y or on the same side. We're gonna have to move everything, all of this right here, we're gonna have to move into the other side, okay? How are we gonna do that? Well, some of you might remember, but some of you know. First thing, I want you guys to draw a line. It's going to be the same thing over and over again. It's almost like solving for a two-step equation, okay? If you remember this from last time, I know in my classes I cover this a lot. I hope you guys cover this too. And I'm pretty sure you guys cover in your classes. So what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to move everything to the other side. Now, the way you always, every time that you have this, like standard form, the first thing that you always do first, so first step 1, it's gonna be move x. Okay, so we're gonna move whatever's x and whatever's next to it. So we're gonna move this to the other side. This is a positive 4x. Okay, so what's the opposite of positive 4x? Negative 4x. Okay, what I do to one side, I have to go ahead and do to the other. There we go. Now, let's look at this side first. Let me see if I can color it. Let me see if I can get a nice color. Yes, I'm gonna look at this side over here first. What can I do to that side? You know, obviously my 4x and my negative 4x cancels. And what is left? My 2y. Did I do anything with that? No, so I'm just gonna bring it down. Okay, that's the first thing. Now over here on the other side, where I have the blue, right here, what can I do over here? Well, it's very simple. I'm gonna go ahead and bring the 10 down. If you know, that 10 is a positive 10, so I'm gonna put plus in front of it. So I'm gonna rewrite it. So it's gonna be negative 4x plus 10. Okay. Now, next step, very easy, is gonna be what? Yes. If you probably were thinking, yes, we're gonna have to divide by 2. Why is that? Because the 2 right here and the y over here are both getting multiplied. And what's the opposite of multiplication? Division. So in order to get rid of the 2, I'm gonna have to divide by 2 on both sides. Okay? And over here, as you notice, I did 2 different fractions, and I want you guys to get used to doing that. Okay? I didn't put it all under one fraction. If you can see, I have a plus right here. That's why I'm putting 2 different fractions. Okay? So I'm gonna have 2 divided by, or I'm gonna have negative 4x divided by 2, and also I'm gonna have 10 divided by 2. Once you do that, you're gonna notice that the 2 cancels. So I'm gonna drop out the y is equal to, what's 4 divided by 2? Obviously 2, but don't forget to put the negative that was already in front, so 2x. And what is 10 divided by 2? Yes, it should be 5. Okay, that's it. That's how you solve by hand. It's gonna be the same step. So step 1, move x. Step 2, divide by number in front, sorry for my writing, the y. Okay, that's how you do it. I'm gonna put this on the board as well.